Howdy, friends, and welcome to The Average J. Today is Tuesday, so that means
No Tag Tuesday.
No Tag Tuesday. And today's questions come to us from Mare at NiteMare Bliss, and it is the sleepy edition.
We're not in bed?
I know. Funny, we did a tag from bed. This would have
Right.
been the perfect one for that, but we are out on the front porch, and it is really strange because, well, today is Tuesday. It's Tuesday morning.
Yeah.
And it is cold out here.
It's chilly.
It's like 64 degrees, which
The breeze.
I think it's, well, the breeze is part of it, but also it was so warm for a couple days that now it feels cold. Like 60s, the 60s would have felt great a couple days ago, but
Yeah.
being we had like a 96 degree day, you know.
So hot this weekend.
Oh, it was terrible.
Huh.
So, all right. So question number one. This is, again, the sleepy edition.
Okay.
All the questions have to do with sleep. Number one, do you take naps?
Normally, no. No, I do not.
No, you have a tough time with napping.
I do.
Like,
I may lay down to take a nap, but I end up never falling asleep.
no. And for me, I take naps all the time. So in 1997, when I was in Korea, I noticed at lunchtime that all of the Korean nationals that worked on the base, when they went to lunch, they were all in their cars. And I didn't know what was going on. I didn't like walk up to their cars. So there was a gentleman that worked in my office, Mr. Ko, and I said, Mr. Ko, why do all the Korean nationals go in their cars during lunch? And he's like, oh, they take a nap. They go to sleep. And he's like, didn't you ever hear of like a Mexican siesta? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, no, it refreshes you, recharges you. And I didn't start it then, but when I got back, I started at lunchtime. I would go in my car and I would just set the seat back, and I've done that for years.
Yes, you
And
have.
it recharges your batteries. I'm telling you, a 10-minute nap just to shut the brain off and turn it back on makes all the difference in the world.
We've done that while we've done our road trips, too.
Yeah.
You know, he'll pull over at a rest stop and, you know, take a nap.
But not long.
No.
You know, it's just a real shit. Michelle will run into the store.
Yeah.
I'll lay the seat back for 10 minutes, take a nap. So I'm a napper.
Okay.
All right, number two. What's the best advice to fall asleep fast?
Maybe for you.
Having a beverage or two can help.
Yeah. I'd say stay active all day long. If you're physically active during the day, you will go to sleep. And do not have your phone out. If you have your phone and you're flipping through Facebook or TikTok, especially TikTok, or there's Facebook Reels or something, they're kind of like TikToks, you'll never fall asleep.
You can get caught up in those.
You can.
That's for sure.
But yeah, I'd say stay somewhat physically active during the day and you'll fall asleep.
Nice. Number three, what's the last thing you do before you fall asleep? Family friendly. So, I mean, for me, I put my earbuds in and listen to loud techno music, and it puts me right to sleep.
Which is odd because I'd be wanting to jump around a nightclub or something listening to that.
Yeah. Although I will say, since you and I switched our phones over, it doesn't have an earphone jack. All it has is the USB-C port that the power plug goes into, and our earbuds plug into the same thing. So
Right.
if you really need to charge your phone, you're not listening to your music.
And
So,
nope.
Number four, what time do you wake up?
Okay, so it varies, but the majority of the time it's anywhere between, it's a huge gap, 4 and 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yep.
More like between 4 and 5. But yeah, I'm an early riser.
Yeah. And I'm just slightly behind her. I'm usually about 5 to 5:30, but usually we stay in bed until about 6.
Right.
6:30 we get out of bed. But you're up like 4 to 5, and I'm up 5 to 5:30.
Yep.
Do you have a favorite pillow?
No.
Not really.
No.
I have one of those My Pillows, and I mean it's a good pillow, but I wouldn't say, oh,
Yeah.
I have to have it.
The end all be all.
Yeah, I mean, when we go on vacation, Hotel pillows, I sleep just as fine.
Yeah,
So.
I agree.
Number 6. If you have pets, do they sleep in the bed with you? Yes.
Yes, he does.
The funny thing is we've always given unfettered access to the cats.
Yeah.
And it was very seldom. Well, Data, I think, in his 4 years, slept with us 5 or 6 times.
Yeah.
Chunk, before he passed,
He was my bedmate.
he was your bedmate. He would lay down like maybe once a week, maybe once every other week, maybe.
Yeah.
He would trot on in.
I have pictures. I'll insert a picture of Chunk laying with me.
All right, we'll put a picture of Chunk playing with Michelle. And then Artie gets to be with us maybe 3 nights a week, I'd say. You know, the other 4 nights we'll put him in his kennel. He's smart though. He knows the difference between night, which means he's going in the kennel, and bed, which means he's on the bed. So when it's night, when we say it's time for night, he runs away. He won't let you get nowhere near. But when we say bed, he knows he goes to the door so that he'll go to the bathroom before he goes in.
Yep.
And I'll put a picture of him in there too. So.
But he's so big. It's like 3 people in, our bed.
It's a king-size bed, and he's like the 3rd person.
Yeah.
But he's so cute.
He's adorable.
Do you make your bed every morning?
No.
No.
I'll pull the covers up,
Yeah,
but
I
it's
mean,
not made.
Yeah.
We don't have like accent pillows or, a matching comforter set or anything. It's just a blanket.
We're not that refined.
No. The pinky's out.
The pinky's out. Do you keep water on your nightstand? Absolutely. Every night. And I sip it every night.
Nope, I do not.
Michelle does not. I do. And I've used the same container for years now.
Yeah.
That St. Francis Veterinary Center purple sippy cup, sports bottle or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I use that one because when you flip it, you don't have to tilt it to drink. It has a straw, so you can just sip it.
Now, during the day, I do have my sippy cup.
Yeah, you drink water all day long. Maybe that's why you don't need it at night.
It could
You're
be
already up 5 times a night to pee.
Yes. But I take in it's about 64 ounces of water, like 4 of these a day.
Yeah.
So.
All right, number 9. What kind of alarm do you use to get up? And do you get up naturally, or do you get up naturally on your own? We've set an alarm just to make sure if we have somewhere to go. I don't set it daily. Mm-hmm. Michelle nor I set an alarm on any given day because we always just wake up before we need to. I work from home. And Michelle, even when she works the early shift at Amazon, it doesn't start until 11:30. So there's really no risk of anything. But we have had, like, if we're going on vacation, it has to be at the airport. Yeah, if we need to get to the airport. Or I'll set an alarm if I have drill and I have to be up at the base at like 7 a.m. But usually we're up before that alarm goes off. It is the very rare occasion that alarm actually sounds. Right. And even then, it sounds, we're already up. It just so happens to go off when we hear it.
Now, is there a bedtime that they have?
No.
No? But in all fairness, we tend to go to bed anywhere between 8:30, 9:30.
Yeah, between 8:30 and 9:30 we're in bed.
Yeah.
So we go to bed, we're
early.
That's why I laugh. When I hear Sandy say, from Life with Sandy say that she's up until like 2, 3 a.m.
Oh my God,
I don't even know how she does it. Like, and
hang it up.
I think Roy is a late night owl as well. So
Ooh,
there's some people in our group that are like, they
night
stay
owls.
up late, but not us.
No.
8:30, 9:30. That's why I always laugh, like New Year's Eve. New Year's, you want to stay up till midnight and everything. Like, yeah, I'll see you, in the morning and we'll say Happy New Year.
It's a struggle. It's a struggle.
And then number 10, top sheet or no top sheet?
Oh, top sheet.
Top sheet, yeah. And Michelle a lot of times just sleeps with just a top sheet because she likes it cold with, fan on her. So she won't usually sleep with a blanket. But even when it's hot, she puts a top sheet on herself.
Mm-hmm.
Me, I like the top sheet, the blanket, another blanket, another blanket. I have a blanket. It's like one of them Sherpa blankets, we call it.
Your animal skins.
I call it the animal skins because it looks like back in the 1400s when they'd have animal skins putting it on them.
Yeah.
So, but has to be a top sheet in there.
Yes.
So, and that's it. That is all 10 questions. Thank you, Mare, for the questions. We're going to go ahead and make sure that everybody that does the tag normally is linked down below. And let us know what your opinion is on the animals in bed, because that seems to be our biggest, I don't want to say disagreement, but the biggest area where we don't necessarily see it. So I'd be curious to know, do you let out of all the questions, the pet one is the biggest difference, I think, between you and I. So let me know down below, do you or do you not think that pets should be in bed? Whether you have pets and let them in or don't, if you just have an opinion on it, let me know. And that's going to do it. Next week's questions are going to come from Edie at Edie's Adventure, so I look forward to that. And I'm going to hurry up and get inside because 1, it's cold, and 2, I just took a break from work to do this. So.
And we have to cut up another hanger. I have my flowers up here, and the birds are trying to make a nest in them.
Yeah, every year Michelle gets these little they're pouches that have flowers in them. And she puts like little metal spikes, like you would see like at a store, the signs, they put these little spikes to keep the birds from getting on them.
Yeah, they're making a nest.
And they're making their way through it. So Michelle has the snips and the hangers, and she's got to put some more up there.
Yep.
She's got her work cut out for her before she goes to work. So, well, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. Night night.